Mr. Tewari, who according to you is responsible for this showdown?
Well, Sanket, this is absolutely unprecedented. And I am completely at a loss of words and flabbergasted for the lack of a better word. I have never ever seen the Treasury benches not wanting to run the House. And ever since the budget session commenced, the entire attitude of the Treasury benches has been one of intense disruption. It almost seems that they have forgotten that they are the government, or they seem to be preparing for 2024 to come into the opposition, because this kind of belligerence from the Treasury benches is completely uncalled for. And obviously, it lends itself to two explanations. A, either the government does not want to run the House for whatever reasons it believes makes that imperative, or the larger message which the government is sending out, that it does not care for Parliament.
But you see, Mr. Tewari, there seems to be a problem for the Congress party here. You seem to be demanding a JPC, but all political parties do not agree, all opposition political parties, to be clear, do not agree with this demand. Yes, you were able to shore up greater support with 16, 18 opposition parties, but not all. In fact, some very, very crucial political parties are not with you on this demand of JPC. They don't think it's effective.
Well, insofar as the Joint Parliamentary Committee investigation is concerned, I was the first person who had actually articulated this demand in a signed op-ed in the Indian Express when the entire row over the La Affair Adani broke out in the wake of the Hindenburg report. Now, this is not the first time that Parliament would be going into a case of Margate aberrations. If you would recall, when the Harshad Mehta affair took place, the courts were seized of the matter, but Parliament in its wisdom still decided to constitute a joint parliamentary committee. And that joint parliamentary committee, in fact, led to SEBI getting a statutory status. In 2001, when the La Affair Ketan Parekh happened, then again it was the courts were seized of the matter. I think multiple courts were seized of the matter. And Parliament in its wisdom decided to again have a joint parliamentary committee. And the joint parliamentary committee, in fact, made recommendations which strengthened the regulatory and oversight remit of not only the Security and Exchange Board of India, but also the connected instrumentalities. Then again in 2011, when the CNDG report, which was a completely bogus report on the 2G affair, came out, not only was the Supreme Court seized of the matter, but even the trial court at that stage was hearing remand applications, bail applications of many people who had been accused in that matter and were subsequently honorably acquitted. And then Parliament in its wisdom again had a joint parliamentary committee, because you see, the courts operate in the realm of criminality, that whether there has been any criminality, transgressions, aberrations. Parliament operates in the domain and the realm of the regulatory remit of these statutory bodies or regulators, and then the larger policy aberrations which may have taken place. So there is no need for the government to be so recalcitrant or cussed on this particular demand. It's not a illegitimate or illogical demand.
All right, Mr. Tewari, my final question, you see, while all of this is happening in Parliament, you have a lot of stuff happening outside Parliament also, and this usually increases when elections draw nigh, and that is name calling. So whether it is the Congress saying something or the other to Narendra Modi or the BJP, now you've got a situation where the BJP is using expressions like Mir Jafar. Mamata Banerjee has used certain expressions for the Congress party. What do you make of all of this?
Well, essentially, as I said earlier, Parliament must run. Parliament must function. The whole nation is watching. We must find a modus vivendi. And a legitimate modus vivendi would be to accept the demand of the opposition, constitute a joint parliamentary committee, give it appropriate terms of reference, and let the joint parliamentary committee look into the policy and the regulatory aspect of what has been allegedly revealed by the Hindenburg report, and also look into the regulatory and the oversight failures or otherwise of the bodies which are charged with administering the capital markets and the concurrent instrumentalities who exercise concurrent jurisdiction or assist them, and come out with their recommendations.
All right, Mr. Tewari, thank you very much for your time.